Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Well, I'm going to show you here how the mass media works in the West. And not only how the mass media works in the West, how the information provided by, in this case, Reuters, is picked up by the slavish other media and promoted as if it's true. And they use that article written by Reuters, which uses six independent sources to provide us this beautiful piece of information. And the information is Iran provided Russia with 400 ballistic missiles. Wow. Can you guess what the sources are? When I tell you what the sources are. The sources are a person familiar with the issue, an anonymous, a person who declined to give his name or her name, the source, and no name, an Iranian familiar with the issue. This is the information. These are the sources. Now, as I made this claim many times before, why wouldn't my sources, if I claim, you know what, I think Ukraine received 3 atomic bombs, let's say, and I say the sources are some friends very familiar with the issue in Ukraine, Romania, Hungary, Great Britain, United States of America, and Japan told me that. Now, why would my thing fly? Because someone would ask me, well, you know what? What are your sources exactly? Oh, anonymous. I can't give you the name. I will, I can't do that. I can uncover my sources. They will be, maybe they, after that. Why can't I say that? Why anybody else can say that? Because you can't tell me it's based on trust. Because if you tell me that Reuters has authority because it's trustworthy, it's a media that is trustworthy, that falls down. Because I never lied and I know they did. Okay, so which one is it? Just because you are a media outlet, you can use this kind of someone familiar with the matter. That's how they use it. Or if they have a source, the source, if you go the next step, there's no way that person knows. It's like someone, let's say, from White House. The White House makes an interview and says, I have the information that the Ukrainians got atomic bombs from Russia. Russia gave nuclear weapons to Ukraine right now. Okay, who told you? Where do you have this information? The White House staff? I can't disclose it. Don't believe squat what you say. Why? What do you mean? You know. I would like to know, how do you know that? Oh, you can. We don't disclose our sources. Why can't I say the same thing? And not be punished or checked, verified, hey, is Emil lying or not? Is Reuters lying? Are those sources really there? No. We confidential information, confidential sources. Why can't I hide behind that? Why can't you? I have more trust. I'm more trustworthy than CNN, MSNBC, Fox, Reuters, Associated Press, BBC, Daily, whatever, all these, Telegraph as well, together. Why can't I? Why? Because I didn't lie. They did. They omitted. They spun. Let me show you the articles. First one, Ukrainska Pravda. It's from today, the 21st. Russia received about 400 ballistic missiles from Iran. Now, that's a statement, all right? It doesn't say, alleged. No, we just picked up Reuters article and we use this as a true statement. It's Reuters. It doesn't say, anything like that. We're going to discuss it. It says here, since the beginning of 2024, Iran has already sent several batches of its surface-to-surface ballistic missiles to Russia as part of agreements to deepen cooperation between the two countries. That's a statement. It doesn't say someone alleged, Next, it tells you, source Reuters, with reference to 6 sources. If you just read this article, you think that those 6 sources will be, Abu Amar, Kapalo, Maramaroma, Fakaloka, Koparopa, all those 6 sources. But there's not going to be any like that. Like I tell you, they told me. Sources very familiar with the issue. Working for the Iranian government, you don't know shit. I'm not going to tell you anything. No, confidentiality of the source. We can't disclose that. And the 3 Iranian-based Reuters sources. You see, everything is about, this means nothing right here. Nothing. 3 It's a number. Iranian sources. Nothing. I don't believe that. Said that Iran has provided Russia with about 400 missiles, most of which belong to the Fatah. Now, they got information here. Belong to the Fatah? No, I don't trust those things. Who are those guys? It doesn't work that way, my friends, but it works that way. So they send this, they send that, ballistic missiles with a range of 300 to 700 kilometers, all the parameters, and people get lost in numbers. No, I'm going back. What are the sources? I don't trust you. Fuck off. I mean, you can choose to believe them. I don't. And if you believe them based on that, why don't you believe me? I never lied. When I say I never lied, in life, obviously, it happened before. One source clarified that the missiles began to be one source to Russia in early January. There will be more shipments. There is no reason to hide it. We are allowed to export weapons to any country that we wish to. The Iranian official, what's his name? No, told. At the same time, of the Iranian sources said that the military partnership, they don't give you a name, okay? There's no name. But we're going to go to the next article. The Telegraph picked the garbage in the same way. Iran sends Russia 400 highly accurate. How in the hell they're highly accurate? You see, when it's convenient, the Russian or the Iranian or the North Korean weapons could be very, very dangerous and very high precision. But when they hit us, man, we're so good at hitting them. They're garbage. Don't buy them. That tells you a lot. Next, ballistic missiles. Rockets can be pinpoint targets at 435 miles away, exactly at 435, in escalation of military cooperation between the two U.S.-sanctioned countries. U.S. We don't give a fuck if the U.S. sanctioned them. U.S. is not UN. U.S. So, I don't give a fuck if my neighbor places sanctions on me. I have the same right to place sanctions on my neighbor. U.S. sanctions means nothing, man. Nothing. The sources, I'm going to go to Reuters. The source, right there. Reuters, exclusive. Oh la la. Iran sends Russia hundreds of ballistic missiles. This is the article, okay? And right here, February 21st at 12:30 p.m. That's going to be important because the next article is going to be from Ukrainska Pravda, which the Ukrainians denied knowing anything about it. But it doesn't mean that if they don't know anything about it, it did not happen, right? But I don't believe these guys are sources. So let's see what these guys are saying. Oh my God, those are the bad guys? Oh, okay. Iran, as a statement, Iran has provided Russia with a large number of powerful surface-to-surface ballistic missiles. Six sources told Reuters. Oh my God. Okay, let's see. Let's look for the sources, okay? Nothing here. Right, experts tell us, okay, that Iran provision of around includes the experts say. Which one? Which ones? We're not going to get any names. Next one. Iran's defense ministry and Revolutionary Guards, they did not respond. They declined to comment. That doesn't mean anything. But they put it over there as if it's official. The Russians' defense ministry did not immediately respond to requests for comment. They don't deal with garbage. Let's move on. Bring evidence, not garbage. The shipments, okay. One of the Iranian sources said, hey, I can tell you one of my sources said that's not true. I thought those 400 missiles actually went to Ukraine. One of my sources, one of my Iranian sources said. Another one, an Iranian military official who, like the other sources, asked not to be identified because of the sensitivity of the information. Guys, I don't buy this. I already know these guys. No, don't buy this. All right. And further, another senior Iranian official. So all of them are unnamed. All of them. Next one. Oh, the second Iranian official said, man, you can't make shit up. A fourth source familiar with the matter confirmed. Okay. A U.S. official told Reuters that Washington has seen evidence of talks activity advancing, but no indication yet of deliveries haven't taken place. So that's no evidence of anything. And it's a U.S. official. Again, the Pentagon did not immediately respond to a request for comment on the missile deliveries. So these guys are like the Russians and the Iranians. So the point is this. You don't come with these kind of things. First, Reuters does not have a credibility, has a big credibility problem with me. or I have with them, however you want to turn it. No, and when you come with this kind of sources, that's not how it works. I mean, it works at a certain level. We're not baboons here. We're not going to accept that. I'm not going to accept that, because if I accept that, I can come and tell you. It's like we give these guys at Reuters or the mass media somehow some ethical, how to call it, high ethical standards. Really? Just go and look how these guys portrayed, for instance, the Iraq war or the bombardment of Yugoslavia. Go and see Reuters, were around then. Look how they described the Russian unprovoked attack on Ukraine. You don't have any high standards. Nothing. You have nothing. When you say, we are ethical standards, no. So when you come and tell me you expect me to believe you because you're Reuters, on the contrary, my guard is like this. That's how I'm blocking this. Not even bothered to block ahead of me, right there, just like that. You can hit how much you want until I just look at you a little bit so you can punch me in the eye, and it's not going to happen. You got to dig yourself out of that, and they will not. It's impossible. It's impossible. 99% impossible. So here is, my friends, if you want to believe that, that's fine. But let me show you the last article here, coming from the Ukrainians, which is very strange. Ukrainska Pravda. Wednesday, it is 1903. 1903. Air Force has no information on Iran sending hundreds of ballistic missiles to Russia. But these guys also claim many times that the Russians did that. And when the Iranians said, why don't you bring the evidence at the United Nations, and we see the evidence, your evidence, and we talk it in front of everybody. What happened? Niente. Nothing. Zero. So they have no information about everybody else's sources. And if you look at this one, again, they're going to use 6 sources. And from now until tomorrow, there's not going to be, like doubtful. Like right now, I'm telling you, no. It's going to be like a reality. It happened. It happened. Reuters reported. You're not going to go back. These baboons are not going to read back to see, wait a minute, what were the sources? What was the whole thing? Because everything starts with half truth. And then half, this is true, this is nothing. It needs this one to complete the truth. But this is missing. But tomorrow, this is going to be presented just a half. It's going to be presented as a full story, the full thing. And people are going to read it. Reuters reported that these guys, it's going to be a fact. It happened. It happened. But don't go back to see, hey, wait a minute. These guys are using half of it. Sources unnamed, 6. Well, I will bring 55,000 sources. How about that one? Can you beat it? I can't manage. I can't give you all the names, okay? There would be, how do you call it? Low ethical standards for me. Because nobody will work me then. Fuck off. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart. Look for the truth and be just, my friends.